to the other hole here. So make sure that doesn't fall. Grab that end, pull that through. Son of a gun. It's got a knot in it. Okay. What's up, everybody? It's Makz Fishing here. I'm just bringing you a little video of how I'm going to be putting my fish finder on the 2019 Camo Compass. Alright, so to get started, switch out the line cutter's hat for the action hat, and need a screwdriver. So I want this guy. Guy to the side, and then we're going to start feeding the transducer cable through. So one of the main reasons I'm doing this is because I haven't seen a lot of videos out there with the BerleyPro TripleShot Trandsucer cover being installed. I've seen a lot of the other ones where it's you know, the total scan for the Lowrance TI7 or TI5. This is the first one where hopefully, you know, it'll help some people out. Gonna put that spacer in there. It says to put the spacer in there. I don't know if I really have to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. That's just not gonna sit flush. Sit right. This is gonna be a lot better. Alright. It includes all the little nuts and washers that you need. Of course, it has these stainless screws. And, you know, this plate here helps you secure your triple shot transducer on there. These guys. I didn't even check what threads it has. Keep it around, you might need it one day. Alright, I'm going to flip the kayak over and I'm going to run the cables up through the hole. I'm not going to record that because it'll take, you know, about 5 or so minutes, so I'm just going to do that off camera. I'll join you on the next one. Alright guys, for the next part I need to make a hole right here so I can run my cable up through the hole like I had said in the last video. So, here we go. Some thick plastic. Keep that, might need it for something. Alright. It's gonna fit. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a nice tight fit right there. Alright, so. Oh no, come back. So you see, I put the rubber gasket on there, and I fell inside the hole. You know, mistakes happen. Alright, so take transducer cable, This is where having that large rectangle hatch kind of comes into, you know, it's a positive there. Ooh, don't want to lose that down the hole again. So I'm just gonna feed that through. Alright, we're back. Had to use a little flathead screwdriver manipulation there to get that going. Alright, so we've got the gasket. Let's slide that up and over here. Just gonna wedge that down into the hole. It's a nice tight fit. Alright, there we go. Nice and snug there. Take this backing ring, we're going to slide it under. And freaking smart. Gotta run the backing ring all the way over the cable. Forgot to do that. It's alright. You guys can learn from my mistakes. Don't forget, gasket and the backing ring. So we can make this happen. Alright, here we go. Now, just find a little plug in there. We're tightening it up. Alright, sorry guys, but I went ahead and drilled the hole without recording it. I used this 1 3/8 spade bit for the Hobie, I don't know, it's a through hole plug. I went ahead and put it right here because I plan on running my cables here, and I'm actually going to put my head unit right here, you'll see in a second, and I'm going to put something here so I can, similar to this, it's like a bungee mount for deck fitting, and I'm just going to get a zip tie, and that way I can manage my cables up here and it won't get tangled up with my rods or with the drive, and it'll go straight up to the back end of the head unit here. So let me go ahead and feed these cables through, and we'll move on from there. Alright, so I have my Lowrance Hook2. I got it where I'm going to be putting in the sail mast. It has a ram ball. It's going to be straight in front of me. It also has a BerleyPro sun shield. So I've got the extra transducer cable. I'm just going to run another zip tie here. I'm going to secure it to the sail mast so it's not moving around everywhere. Maybe a little kind of loose. I'm going to move it around and adjust it as I need. Up here I got the head unit. I have the transducer cable coming out because I want to see how much slack I needed to come to the back of the unit. I have my power source here. I'm going to run this cable up through that hole. Go. Alright, my fuse, it's waterproof. Alright, and if you look here, I have the deep bucket, and I have that, it's going to fit inside here. I've already mocked it up before, but inside my deep bucket I have the Naqua 10 amp hour lithium battery. It's got a two-way with a USB little charging port here as well. That way I can charge my phone or any other electronics I have on board. I did have to drill a little hole here to get the fitting through, but that's fine, I can always goop that later. I'm just going to attach the lid. Let's pull it off. There we go. It's good to go. Alright, so since there's a little bit of cable there, just gotta push it through there, secure, pull that battery cable through. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep that just a little slack. That way, if I need to, I can pull the bucket out. I might zip tie it along with the rest of the transducer cable I have zip tied in there. But for the time being, I think it's going to be fine. Just chilling right there. I haven't had much water in here. Pretty much none at all. I'm gonna go ahead and fit this power cable in there, kind of mock up how much cable I need. Yep, secure, and it's already plugged in, so let's turn on the head unit. Alright, so it works. And next up, I'll be I'm going to take the wires off of there because I have to run the gasket and put it up against the hole there before I put in my Hobie through hole. Alright, stay tuned for that in a second. Alright guys, joining me back with a little through hole plug. I had to bust out my little insert. The one I originally picked wasn't working out. It didn't really quite fit, so I had to readjust it. That's why you know, the deck looks a little bit different now, but I went ahead and got it installed. Just putting in the screws here. These are self-tapping screws. It takes a little bit of pressure to get them going. And don't want to over tighten them once they get in. Just need a little bit of tightness to really secure it with the rubber gasket on there. And one last screw here. There we go. Okay. So we have the wires all secure. Again, to show you turning it on. Go. By the way, this is my this has all my first aid kit in there. A dry bag. Tons of room in there. I had a little, this is actually extra packing foam, and I think this was, I think I had a split, yep, it has a little split right there that actually came on the rudder when I first got the Compass, and I wanted to add a little bit of support here, so I zip tied it to another spare piece of foam I had to make a little support. Stand here, wedge that in, make the deck nice and tight. You know, a lot of people say that once you put the rectangle hatch in, there's you lose a little bit of the firmness, you know, the stability of the deck. So I made sure and put that in there, and I have all these guys in pretty tight. Make sure, you know, while I'm standing here on these silent traction pads, or like even on top of the hatch itself, that it's going to be nice and stable. Well, check that. Sure, use my navigation card, and of course you can't see anything because the transducer's just hitting concrete. So let's see, it says water temp, but of course its air temp is 51 degrees. It is pretty chilly out today. I mean, that's chilly for Texas standards, I suppose. Put those zip ties in there in case I need to secure any of the wires or anything else while I'm out on the water. But so far so good. Rectangle hatch is good. These will get covered with a sleeve I have that's very similar to a rod sleeve, like a rod sock sleeve. It's you know, you squish it, it compresses. I have some spare in my storage unit. I'll get that taken care of. I just want to make sure and get the head unit and wires all installed today, and I'm gonna get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. And that's it. So one more peek underneath. You have the BerleyPro, and that's going to cover up that TripleShot Trandsucer. The wire's going through the through hole plug here. It's behind the foam along that gunnel there, or underneath the gunnel, all the way up here, zip tied to the sail mast, the extra transducer cable. You of course saw my power source, and that's my fish finder install video. Hope it helps you guys out, and I'll see you guys out on the water.